Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by RAUSCH Coleman Homes. District play opens, the Spartans finally at home, and it's a military appreciation night this past week, and they roll over the Sapulpa Chieftains. So, Lauren Montgomery, you finally get these Road Warriors home, and you've got a real special night. That military appreciation night, and they have it just run down to a T, don't they?
Oh, it was awesome. I tell you what, our kids were so fired up to play at home. And then military appreciation, that we had to fly over the fireworks. You know, the student section has been live this year, and they're all decked out in red, white, and blue. And I know several of our players had family that were veterans that they got to walk out on the field. And so just a special night all around, and a great night for football.
Yeah, outstanding. Nice, maybe a little breeze, and of course, had a thing all timed out to where kickoff came off, and you had to fly over, so it was a great night. And you're able to take on a team that we're going to see some highlights, was pretty salty. They had not lost a game.
Yeah, you know, the last couple of years, Sapulpa has been on the rise, and they've got Eli Williams, excellent quarterback, committed to Texas Christian, tailback Tazon Taft, and Esperanza. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 guys that are really, really good players in skill positions, and so we knew we had our work cut out for us. We had a great week of practice. We felt like we had good game plans going up against these guys, but executing, you know, you always have to go out and execute it, and felt like our kids did a pretty good job of executing.
Yeah, and execution a lot of times comes from good, hard practices, and good practice comes from good practice players. Let's talk about your practice players of the week, which are sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Without a doubt, you know, our team this year really practices well, and Tyler Parsons, senior, he's actually been our player of the week, but he got the vote again this year, got to go out as a captain last week. We picked one of our players, practice players, who's a captain, who gets to walk out for the coin toss, and Tyler, a senior, earned that right along with Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill, player of the week, just a young sophomore. Going to prove to be an excellent player on both sides of the ball. Plays running back, plays a little linebacker. He's tough, hard-nosed, and couldn't be more proud of the way these guys are practicing, helping our team grow as a unit.
All right, Chick-fil-A, once again with the practice players of the week. We're going to come back and have your first half highlights, Spartans and the Chieftains.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by RAUSCH Coleman Homes, improving quality of life, one home at a time. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods, put some Midwest best on you. Now in Orthodontics, live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love for the game. Doc's Country Mart. Check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband. Stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group. Our service is unequaled. Matthews Ford. Come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pools.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At RAUSCH Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do and we like to have fun every day.
So the Spartans at home, Military Appreciation Night, the Sapulpa Chieftains, and as we talked about, this is the team you mentioned on the rise, undefeated and did not have a whole lot of weaknesses.
No, very, very good team on both sides of the ball, and we knew we were going to have to pin our ears back and play.
Let's get into the first half highlights as Bixby taking on Sapulpa, the third-ranked team of the state.
They open up here trying to run a little speed option play, and Coach Flowers does a great job dialing up his own blitz right into it, and so we tackle him for a loss right off the bat. Eli Williams, you'll see there with the quarterback draw, tackled by Nick Waddell and Brody Spartan from their inside linebacker positions, and then once again great penetration by Mason Van Pelt and cleaned up by our player of the week, Carson Chambers. Right there, Tanner Doyle from his safety position making an initial contact, and Brody Spartan coming in and cleaning up the scraps. Tanner Doyle with the turnover right there, the interception, his first of the year, and sets the tone early. Throw the bubble out to Brennan Presley. He's showing off his great ball handling skills right there. Then we drop back and we throw the deep ball once again to Brennan, and he just makes a circus catch right there over Tazon Taft. And then we fastball him here and hit Luke Krieger in the end zone on a quick strike. So very, very exciting. They throw the bubble screen out here, and we do a good job of gang tackling on defense, rallying, making them snap it again. Right here, Bear Daniel jumps and gets a batted ball, and Brody Spartan intercepts it to once again give us great field position. And the offense comes out, and we drop back here, and Mason scrambles, keeps the play alive a little bit. Scramble drill right here. Luke Krieger comes back and does a great job on the sideline drill, keeping his feet in. Had several catches like that the other night. Bear Daniel does a good job right there, levering the counter play and turning everything back inside. Running the stretch right here, and we're gang tackling, and we knew that their talent, we were going to have to get a lot of blue shirts around the ball, and that's exactly what we did. Brody's spying the quarterback right there, doing a nice job, and we get several guys in tackling Eli Williams. I think the spy situation right there with Brody Spartan was very good. Hitting a quick strike over to Luke Krieger down the boundary, and then we come back with a stretch play to Brennan Presley from the tailback position. Brennan just so talented, we line him up in a lot of positions, and it allows us to have some success. Luke Krieger right there from his wide receiver position, doing a good job of hitting a little out route. And then we come back in behind the blocking of Dalton Perry and Carson Chambers, and do a good job running the counter play, and Braylon Presley gets in the end zone. Right there, Sapulpa coming back with some counter action. We hit him with a little zone blitz and get some pressure. And then right there, Tanner Doyle on the second interception of the night, changing possessions. Just good to see our defense getting after it, forcing some turnovers. And then another one of those excellent sidelines catches by Luke Krieger right there. And then we come back, and we hit Jordan Reagan on the post. Jordan, I believe, his first varsity touchdown of the year, and it's good to see him showing off his speed, making a great grab right there. Carson Chambers, Brody Spartan, Nick Waddell all in on that tackle. Excellent rallying to the ball right there. Carson Chambers, you're hearing his name a lot, of player of the week. Just so proud of what he's doing. Defense does a good job of stringing out the speed option. I think that's Trevin Holt playing the pitch right there. We got some guys just really flying around, executing our game plan, and they do a lot of things that kind of stress your defense, and your guys have to play assignment responsibility with option, and our defense does a good job of that. Quarterback pulls it down right there, and we got a whole bunch of our defensive linemen eating up inside that slow him down. And gang tackle, a very good Division I player right there. And then we hit the switcher out up inside right there, and Alex Stadler doing a good job of making a catch. Couldn't quite get him in the end zone right here, but hopefully the offense is able to execute. And then we throw the quick strike out here on the bubble screen to Brennan Presley, and Sapulpa tries to jump it, and Brennan goes up and attacks the football and is able to get that in the end zone. Sapulpa electing to run the football right here, and we slow them down inside, and then the bubble screen out over the edge. We do a good job of tackling them in bounds right here towards the end of the half, wanting that clock to continue to run, shorten the game up just a little bit. And we do a great job, I thought, all night. Brennan and Braylon back in our duo punt, doing a good job of fielding the ball and getting some of those hidden yardages that Coach Trevor Suffel, our special teams coordinator, always talks about with our guys. I think we had over 100 yards of hidden yardage the other night in our special teams game. And then right here we run the counter play and Braylon bounces it, and we're doing a good job of getting a lot of blocking down the field right here. Come back, Mason does a good job of scrambling. Mason's a very good scrambler, but also very fast and then powerful there too, as you'll see. He gets it in for the touchdown, and that takes us into half with a 40-10 halftime lead.
All right, so the Spartans up big. They're at Military Appreciation Night, first home game. We'll have your second half highlights when we come back.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At RAUSCH Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
On game day, football players aren't the only ones suiting up. Our crew's ready for any play.
Yeah, can I get one box? Extra sauce and toast. Hydrated Idaho, Idaho. Tailgate to go.
So that's a box combo with extra cane sauce, Texas toast, fresh squeezed lemonade with crinkle cut fries, and a 25-finger tailgate?
Nailed it!
Football is just part of who we are. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back. Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, sponsored by RAUSCH Coleman Homes. And after one half, you're up by 30 on the Sapulpa Chieftains. And what are your thoughts there at halftime?
Well, you know, they'd made some big plays, and we thought maybe they'd gotten comfortable on some things offensively, and so obviously coaches needed to take a look at a few things at halftime, but most importantly, I didn't want our guys to think the game was over, and so as soon as we walked into the locker room, took a look around, and our leaders are coaching each other up. They're dialed in, they're watering down, they're doing everything they're supposed to, and so as a coach, that was kind of reassuring that that they weren't in there, you know, messing around, taking things lightly.
Yeah, all business there at home for game one. Let's take a look at the second half highlights.
Yeah, in the second half, we deferred on the coin toss, and so we got the ball right here, and we hit Brennan on a little tunnel screen, getting a great block right there by Carson Chambers out on their nickel linebacker, and then decent pass protection, but under a little pressure right there. Mason does a good job of hitting Luke Krieger out on the single, running the comebacker out. And then right here, throwing the deep ball out over the edge, that's Jordan Reagan on another post. You know, Jordan just has great top end speed, so he can really take the top off. And then we quick strike him right here with the inside zone play out of a heavy formation to Braylon Presley. And so a good look for us right there. You'll see Carson Chambers getting great pressure on him, Nick Waddell, Brody Sarton, both spying on the quarterback right there from their inside linebacker positions, doing a good job. And then I believe that's Owen DeWoody with initial contact, and then his buddy from nose guard, MVP, Mason Van Pelt, cleaning up the scraps there for a sack. Carson Chambers right there on one of his big tackles for a loss or one of his big sacks on the evening. And then right there, I think that's Carson again from his outside linebacker position, doing a great job making a tackle for loss, getting in their backfield, doing some good stuff right there. Good tackle on the slant route right there. And then great pressure from our defensive line up in the middle, establishing a new line of scrimmage. Sapulpa has a good offensive line. They do a good job running the counter play, and our guys are really taking control inside. Once again, great pressure right there. I think initial contact may have been Preston Solomon, young sophomore from his linebacker position. And then we got state champion wrestler Zach Blankenship in here carrying the ball, running the counter play right there. You'll see Hudson Guyver. You'll see Kobe Williams in on the kick-out block right here. Once again, Chad Tenney on the counter play going the other way, and Zach hits it right up the gut. Just doing a phenomenal job of trusting his read, hitting that counter A gap, and then right here he bounces it, getting in behind the blocking of Trip Brown, I think, from his fullback or tight end position. And then Corbin Steele doing a good job on the stretch play, picking up good blocks by Caleb Townsend and Dalton Perry. So a good score right there, and that takes us to our final of 54-10. Felt like we got to get some of our younger guys in and get some good reps against a very good team there in the second half, Mark.
Yeah, nice win at home. The Spartans taking care of business against Sapulpa. Let's take a look at our Primo Mitsubishi final stats.
Yeah, first downs, a great evening, 27 first downs for the Spartans. Sapulpa only had 11, so good nights on both sides of the ball. Total offense, 567 total yards of offense, 417 of that came through the air, and we had 150 on the ground. Relatively good on the penalties. We only had 3 penalties for 15 yards to their 7 penalties. And then a stat we've got to get better at. You're gonna win big close games down the stretch with 4 turnovers. We had 3 fumbles and an interception, so we're gonna have to get better in that area. Passing, Mason Williams was 26 at 35 for 417 yards and 4 TDs. Rushing on the ground, Braylon Presley had 9 carries for 89 yards. That's a great yards per carry average. Zach Blankenship, 6 carries for 51 yards. Through the air, our leading receiver, Luke Krieger, had 10 receptions for 139 yards and 2 TDs. Brendan Presley, 6 receptions for 94 yards. Jordan Reagan, 3 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown. Alex Stadler, 2 big receptions for 66 yards. Our tackle leaders on the defensive side of the ball, Brody Sarton with 12, Tanner Doyle with 11, Carson Chambers with 11, and Trevin Holt with 8. So you've got a lot of great stats, got a lot of good guys in. Military appreciation, got that first district win in, Mark.
Yeah, undefeated on the year, heading into enemy territory again. Get back on the road, taking on Booker T. Just kind of finish up on Sapulpa, though. This was a team, like we said, that hadn't lost a game, very talented. And your guys really held to form. It seems like in every area you guys are growing.
Yeah, and that's the thing we look for as a coaching staff, a group that wants to continue to grow, improve, and get better. Especially with some big wins early in the year, you don't want them to be comfortable and rest on their laurels. And so those guys are really pushing, and we're proud of those guys for that.
Booker T, always talented, and S.E. Williams Stadium, one of the classic places to play high school football in the state.
Yeah, it's really fun, and we've had some good games over there against the Hornets over the years, and we like going over there. We like the setup of watching our highlight video down against the side of the stadium. It's usually starting to get into kind of fall weather, which hopefully we'll have on Friday, and a lot of times, more times than not, the district championship goes through S.E. Williams Stadium.
All right, so big game this Friday night. We'll come back and we'll have our Player of the Week.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At RAUSCH Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
Welcome back. It's the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by RAUSCH Coleman Homes. Time for our Player of the Week, and that's sponsored by Nowlin Orthodontics. And right now we join Carson Chambers, senior outside linebacker and tight end. Carson, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about your night. Defensively, really stood out, double digits in tackles. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. Coming into the week, we knew that they had several really good runners, and we knew that we were going to have a really good practice week just to make sure that we had a good game plan to keep them contained. We knew that obviously Eli committed to TCU. He can really run around, and we were going to have to keep him contained. And we went out there and we were focused and took care of business.
All right, and individually, I know we're going to talk about the team here defensively in just a minute, but obviously you had several tackles for loss as well, so you really got after it.
Yes, sir. My grandparents came to watch me, and family, first home game, really juiced up, and I went out there and had a good game.
Right, now your parents are you're really involved with you, and all through youth sports, you've had a lot of success, and now you find yourself with the team right now playing the way it is. Talk about that defense just overall, and really what it all has to offer out there, because you seems like you have all the bases covered.
The past 2 years I've been behind Ethan Hall, great player. I've really been watching him. He was a really good motto to look after, and I just our defense, this offseason we're all pretty close, and I think that as the season's going to go on, we're really getting it together, and we're going to have a good year.
All right, now on the offensive side of the ball, playing some tight end, how do you feel about your role on the offense and working both sides of the ball?
It's definitely got to be more conditioned. I got pretty tired the Mansfield game, but I really like playing offense. It's my first year at tight end, and I really like the change. For sure.
What do you like about tight end as far as is it the blocking or maybe going out for a pass?
I really do like the blocking. Obviously, it's just really exciting when you get a good block and you see Braylon running and scoring. But I like running routes too. It's really fun getting out there and feeling like a fast guy.
Let's talk about overall just this team and your enjoyment of playing football at Bixby and all the way up through the youth to now. Just talk about your experience as a whole, what it's really meant to you now that you're a senior.
Moving here in third grade, I didn't really know what to expect, but instantly it was a great community. I really love my coaches and all my teammates growing up, and it's really been fun growing up here at Bixby, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
All right, congratulations on how you've done so far, and look forward to the rest of the year. Carson Chambers, senior outside linebacker and tight end. That'll do it for our Nowlin Orthodontics Player of the Week. We're going to come back and talk about our youth team of the week.
For most buyers nowadays, energy efficiency is one of the top things on their list. At RAUSCH Coleman, it's a top priority for us, and our customers are able to live in one of the most energy efficient new homes built. As a result of that, you're going to see that those utility bills are less than anything else you're going to see with a used home or an apartment that you live in.
Henry Primo for Primo Mitsubishi. We're proud to be a sponsor of Bixby football. I hope you'll show your support of Coach Montgomery and the team. They're champions just like we are at Primo Mitsubishi. So come see me, Primo Mitsubishi, 15309 South Memorial, Bixby.
I've been a proud patient of Dr. Ryan Nallens for the past 5 years with my kids. He really only treats when it's time and he's ready. We came back later and he put braces on my son, who just got them off last week. His teeth look amazing.
Now in orthodontics, we're different. I think the first thing you notice when you walk in the door is going to be an energy and enthusiasm and of a team that really loves what we do, and we like to have fun every day.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us, they answered questions, he was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
Welcome back to the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, and it's time for our Youth Team of the Week, brought to you by Midwest Sporting Goods. We're going to head to third grade, and it's third grade blue at Bixby. And Seth Stockham as the head coach. Seth, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Let's talk about your team in general. Just right out of the gate, your team now 3-2. Just talk about the season so far for you guys.
So far, it's been a great season. It's obviously the conversion from 8-man to 11-man, so that's been the most challenging part of it. But luckily, we got a great group of boys and parents and coaches that have made that transition seamlessly. So, so far, so good.
All right, well, let's talk about the offense going to 11-man. What are the differences that you have noticed in how you coach these guys?
I think the biggest difference is obviously now that we can actually have receivers lined up outside, which we still like to run power in a single tight set, but a lot of times we'll run twins on one side, and also that adds into the jet motion, which we're starting to run that a lot. So it's been great for us so far. So it's definitely helped get our offense going.
All right, let's turn to the other side of the ball. How does that change things for you guys defensively, and how is your team suited more to the 11-man game maybe than they had been even to the 8-man?
Sure. No, that's actually probably the shining point of our team. We pride ourselves on our defense. We run a 3-5 and a 4-4. We've got a bunch of just fast linebackers that love to go hit people. So that's been a huge improvement for us, and it's led to 4 shutouts, and that's what we're aiming to do.
Now, you've coached this team, I guess, from first grade on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk about just overall your experience with Bixby Youth Football, the association, and with Indian Nations in general.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's great. It's great to see the kids develop and how much they learn playing football. And you know, all the kids we have are super smart kids, great kids. The organization, Bixby as a whole, is great. So I have no complaints about any of it. Love every second of it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I know it's a lot of work, and we congratulate you on a 3-2 start.
Thanks.
Good luck the rest of the way. Bixby Blue, third grade, Seth Stockham joining us here on the show. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show, which is sponsored by RAUSCH Coleman Homes. Of course, the Youth Team of the Week brought to you by Midwest Sporting Goods. This week, Spartans on the road at S.E. Williams taking on Booker T. 7 o'clock kick. We'll see you next week.
The Bixby Football Coaches Show is brought to you by RAUSCH Coleman Homes. Improving quality of life, one home at a time. Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Primo Mitsubishi, where the value always exceeds price. Midwest Sporting Goods. Put some Midwest best on you. Now in Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Tulsa Bone and Joint. Moving life forward. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love for the game. Doc's Country Mart. Check us out at okcountrymart.com. BTC Broadband. Stay connected with us. Billings Construction Group. Our service is unequaled. Matthews Ford. Come get your Ford certified vehicle today. And by Baker Pools.